Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Marriott. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tonight's episode, we are going to be talking about Dîner in Blanc with the Flaggs.
It's your time to renew, rebuild, and restore. Let's go.
Oh. What's up? Happy Monday.
Well, happy Monday.
Yes. Welcome to the Rebirth Podcast. I'm your host, Shay Marriott.
And it's your boy, Eli Isabel, a.k.a. The South Got Something to Say. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Can you believe we're in the middle or towards the end? August is about to be out of here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If I believed in Christmas, I would buy some stuff soon. It's not, That's neither here nor there. But yes, it's sad. The summer's gone.
Yeah, the summer went by too quick. It really did.
Wow.
It really did.
How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored. You know, I always say that.
All
I'm
right.
good, friend. I'm good. I have no complaints.
Okay.
Yeah. How about yourself?
I feel like I got to hit you back with another little saying black folk made up.
What's that?
Because you know they made that up. Ain't nobody blessed by the best, and I don't take no mess. Or however it goes. You know, we always make up something. Like, they ain't got nothing to do. What are you talking about? You know, that's what we do.
Oh, man. Yes, it is. We love our people. Love our people.
You got it.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good, filled with wine and other spirits.
Nice.
Made for a great Saturday. Went to a vineyard out Paradox.
Okay. I love Paradox.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, just enjoyed a little, a little chill time.
Mm-hmm.
It rained a little, but
Did it?
Yeah, it
Wow,
rained,
it's crazy how can tell the future like
Hey,
that,
man. 7-day forecast. 7-day forecast.
You should check the weather. You should have checked the weather.
Well, you can go inside too.
Oh, okay. That's right.
They'll make you drink all the wine outside.
That's true. You're right about that.
They'll let you come in.
Yes.
As long as you're not making a fuss.
Well, guys, as you know, as you see, sitting right here on the table,
Yes.
Rebirth Live and Uncut is coming October 26th. This is our 5th edition of Rebirth Live, and it's happening at Theater Inn on October 26th. If you have not gone to the website, go to the website now. You have up until actually, what's the date? Because we have a early bird where they can get 15% off. So go to rebirthu.com and type in the word live and get your ticket now. Okay. I'm telling you guys, get your ticket ASAP because that actually is over on the 20th. So you actually have 24 hours to get your
that
ticket.
discounted
ticket.
ticket.
Yeah. But the ticket price is not bad at all. And
I like how you did that. But go ahead. I'm watching you. I see you over there.
And that includes, the networking. That includes some, the food be good. So that includes a nice little. Last time I fed y'all. I think I'm gonna pull it back a little bit. We're gonna have some light appetizers because.
Listen, as my sister daughter would say, just give them some finger food. You ain't got to give them a meal. We ain't trying to fill you up. We just trying to hold you.
Yes.
We just trying to hold you.
For the show. Well, all jokes aside, it is live and uncut, Rebirth Live. And that is going down October 26th. So go to Rebirth U and get your tickets.
Shay is unleashing me.
I am unleashing.
She's taking the reins off. And I can say whatever I want to say. That's why we live and uncut.
Yeah. And we're going to be announcing our panel pretty soon. So I'm really excited we got some new faces that's going to be joining us. And also the vendor application has also dropped and those spots are filling up. So if you have not, if you're interested in vending, then make sure you go to the website and click on the vendor and go ahead and, lock it in.
That's right.
Yeah. You ready to get the show started?
Let's do it.
All right. So we're going to hear what the South got to say because after that, we are going to be talking to Sherell and Mike Flagg. So I can't wait to talk to them. Such a beautiful couple. But right now, the South got something to say.
Yes, sir. What up, Rebirth family? Welcome to another edition of the South Got Something to Say. Listen, I want to talk to my people just for a couple of minutes, a minute or two. Then I want to get into something else that's hilarious that we missed last week. So we are about 8 weeks into Kamala being nominated as the presidential nominee for the Democratic Party. I know it's always something. We live, baby. That's what happens when you live. So I want to say this to my people. You know, I be breaking stuff. I'm gonna fix it while I talk though. Watch me multitask. Bam! Look at there.
I just need you to sit there and talk. Don't touch nothing.
So we're about 8 weeks into Kamala being the nominee for the Democratic Party, and I've been between online and the people I talk to every day. We are never satisfied. I'm like, so I'm hearing people complaining. They're saying, well, you know, if you look at her record and what she did back in the day with prosecuting, black men and this and that. And I'm like, well, first of all, she's a district attorney. So unless it's some high profile case, much like Fonnie Willis with the whole Young Thug thing, unless it's a high profile case, she's probably not sitting in the courtroom prosecuting nobody. Now, she may be responsible for the arrest and all of that, but it's the other lawyers that work in her department that do these things. So, I mean, we always want to find a way to have a reason to not support people who look like us. And I was just saying, I said, listen, everybody's going to have something with them. It's just what you decide to accept. And I said, we could have Malcolm X. We could have Minister Louis Farrakhan running for president. Somebody going to always have a complaint.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. He could get up there and say he's doing everything only for black people in this country for the next 4 years. Everybody else is assed out. Somebody going to complain. And my old executive director, I always like to quote Miss Deborah Thomas. She said, I'm going to tell you something about black folk. She said, you can get them $1 million. And somebody going to say, well, why we ain't got $1,001,000?
Right.
It's just so you can't please everybody. So listen, just remember who she's running against and the possible consequences of this man being in office. Vote for who you want to vote for. But just keep in mind, this is the one thing I'm going to go back to every time somebody mentions Donald Trump to me. He's talking about giving police officers federal immunity. So if they shoot or kill one of us, they're going to get off. And so just black men, just take that right there for what it's worth, because there are a whole lot of black men that are now supporting Donald Trump. So I just want to keep that. I want you guys to keep that in mind as we move forward through this process for the next couple of months. So Jen, next thing really quick, which is hilarious. I just want to touch on this. Is Shay now tearing things up? Microphone hit me all in the chin over here. What are we doing? Give her a lapel, Jen. Knock him out. Look, you knock him out. There you go. All right, go ahead, Jen. Play the video, Jen, real quick.
We're not fully understanding, but we are listening, we are learning, we are watching, we are enjoying.
So
what was I just watching?
Shay, I don't know if you knew. So the Olympics ended a week ago, and they had a breakdancing competition in the Olympics. And man, I'm just gonna say, you saw that person performing right there. That was horrendous. And
that was not breakdancing, not from where I come from.
The people from the kids from the Bronx in the 1970s are rolling over in their grave right now by watching that. Why is everything we come up with get watered down to the point? It's just it's sickening.
Yeah,
what was that?
I don't know what that was. I thought okay, so now I'm gonna be very honest. I thought, until I started watching it, I thought someone was actually having like a seizure or something on the floor. I didn't know that he was breakdancing. I'm not trying to be funny.
There's a part on here that didn't show, but where she jumps up and she does some kind of little frogger thing. It was like, what is she doing?
Wow.
I literally watched that in a bar. So everybody was bagging up.
I bet.
But yeah, so Olympics. The kids from the 1870s, they don't got to be dead. But I'm just saying, if they are dead, they're rolling over in their graves, Jen.
Wow.
Yeah, please, just certain things, just leave out of the Olympics. Let's just leave breakdancing alone. If you don't got nobody from at least New York City in there, it should not be a competition. So Olympic Federation, just let it go. Let's stick to bobsledding. You had Jamaicans doing bobsled. Ain't no damn snow over there. Let's just go with that. I don't know. We don't need to do this anymore. That's all I got for you. That's what the South got to say.
Oh, wow. All right. I enjoyed watching the Olympics. It was, we owned that. We did a really good job.
Shout out to
Really,
them.
really
Shout out to
did.
them. You know, a white dude actually won. What was it, the 1500 or whatever it was? Beat some Kenyans and an Ethiopian. I was like, what the hell? They catching up to us. And them Kenyans, them Africans, you don't really win no distance race for them in the picture. Little dude came through there and pulled it off. He's from America. I was rooting against him. That's crazy. I was rooting for my African brothers. But shout out to the brothers in the motherland, man. All right, let's go. Shay.
All right, so I'm very excited to have this couple birth. First of all, let me just give them their due diligence. Owners and hosts of Dîner in Blanc Wilmington, Resh Salon and Spa, Resh Hair Care Product, Pretty Moody and PM Foundation, and also Michael Flagg Senior Foundation. Please welcome to the Rebirth, friends to the Rebirth, Sherell and Michael Flagg. Hey guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey, how y'all doing? Love, much love.
Yes, we are good. We are good. Busy, but
Good
good.
to see you.
You too.
Very good to see you.
Yes, welcome to the show, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you both. Thank you.
Y'all look amazing. Y'all look stunning.
Oh,
Y'all look like y'all fresh back from vacation. I don't know. I'm just giving you that.
we're
Listen,
trying to get there. We're just trying to get
well,
there.
let me just say, these lights, it's working.
There is a glow there, right?
Yeah, I got some glow going on.
That last dragon glow.
Aura.
What's your
That's what it is.
Oh my goodness. Well, once again, welcome to the Rebirth. Eli and I, we are
Yes.
very happy to have you. So I know a lot of people know who you guys are, but just to act like they don't, can you tell our audience who you are, a little bit about yourself?
Sure, you want to start, honey?
I am Mr. Flagg, her other half. Yeah, I'm a hairstylist. I've been a hairstylist for since '92. We also run a salon, hair care product, Dîner Blanc, husband, father, real estate agent, formulator.
Wow.
Yeah, we kind of do it all. But
Yes, you do.
Woman, Miss Flagg,
Mrs.
Flagg.
Mrs.
Yeah, so I know. I did. Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that. Oh my gosh, I am God-fearing. I am a wife, a mother, a mentor. I like to think of myself as a void filler, and right now just living in the space, just trying to get to know this new woman that I'm becoming. But I'm a hairstylist with over 30 years in the beauty industry, and I'm just on my purpose to serve. Yes.
Wow. Well, you know, the first question I'm gonna put out there, because not too many people can do this. Now, you guys are married. How long have you guys been married?
15 years this year.
15 years.
Congratulations. Black
yes.
love.
Yes, for
you.
sure.
Black love.
Oh,
Thank you.
How do you be married and run the business, be business partners and be married? Like, what are your secrets? Because, you know, some people be ready to kill their spouse.
And we had them days too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a little hard sometimes, because when you don't know other people that's doing it, and you become like a trailblazer. So you're making it up as you go along, but you're learning at the same time. So it's never like a fail. It's just to learn, and then you just make adjustments. So what was good 5 years ago might not be good
It ain't.
now.
It's not.
So you got to kind of relearn and adjust and keep it moving. That's it.
Yeah, I think that number one, staying very prayerful. Yes. We have actually, when we got our salon, it was like we had to renovate the whole thing. So it was this wall that was like in the middle, and we had knocked it down, and the studs was there, and I was like, man, I really think we need that wall. Because I'm on one side of it and he's on the other side of it.
Right.
So I was like, just make it look like, nice. So it can fit. But we need the wall. We need the wall. So the wall.
We need the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
The wall
Wow.
helps a lot because it's like some days it's like you stay on your side of the wall, I stay on my side.
Right.
Of the wall. You still show up and get done what has to get done.
Yeah.
That's important.
And I built the wall.
And he built the wall.
Unlike Donald
You
Trump.
built it.
Smart man.
He built the wall. Yes. But I think it's true just having like that mutual respect for each other. And again, just staying grounded and keeping God first and just knowing, what we're showing up for.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. So I know for me personally, I need that 8 to 10 hour break from my lady every day. I leave in the morning, come back a little later on after a long day of work. Not
8 to 10 hours. But go ahead.
I go.
Yeah.
I need a little extra time. So let me ask you this: so when you guys work, how do you cut off the business partner aspect and then become husband and wife at the end of the day? Like, where does that end and where does it begin for you guys? How do you navigate that?
It honestly kind of blends a lot.
Too much.
And I get in trouble for that.
Way too much.
But when you say, how could you work 8 to 10 hours with your baby and then go home with her? I think the opposite. How could you not be around your lady for that long? You know what I'm saying? So when we do other stuff, it's almost like she's usually around. So I'm used to having her around. It's not like we go hours and days. She doesn't work on Tuesdays though. She's starting to go crabbing. So that's probably the most time we're apart. And then I'm getting used to that. I'm trying to get used to that.
He's going through withdrawal. But no, like to your point, it's kind of like it is a struggle trying to keep business and personal separate, because no matter what, it's always something. We have multiple businesses. So if we're not talking about one, something going on with one of the other ones. And it's really hard to have like, that balance and keeping that communication tight, like how it has to be for things to kind of flow. But it's honestly, I think that's a continuous, even after 15 years of marriage, 22 years together, that's still like a balance that we haven't got that down yet. Honestly, it's a continuous working process, like trying to find that happy median.
And you know what? When we do find it, it's going in a course, and then we're gonna sell it and get rich.
As you should.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Okay, so I definitely can appreciate the way you guys have developed your work relationship. How does, I don't know if you guys have children or not, but how does that all play a part? Because you're together all day. If the kids needed some running around, and I know you guys are booked and busy all the time, how do you navigate the family aspect of the business and everything?
Them jokers is grown and out of here. We are empty nesters. We did it.
But was there a time when you had to kind of balance all of that?
Yeah.
How did you do it?
You know what? They would say that we didn't probably spend enough time with them.
Mm.
I don't think they appreciate what we tried to build for them. Nobody wants to follow us and do what we do. So I think they thought we were playing at work. They didn't see us having a real job because we kind of enjoyed it. So
Gotcha.
they would definitely say we spent a lot of time away from home, but we made enough time to make their childhood enjoyable. They might have forgot some of the stuff, but we recorded a lot of stuff, so we show them sometimes.
Yeah, one of our daughters, the oldest, she's 31 now. She played a lot of basketball, so it was her games and trap. She did AAU, and she swear to none of them games. Like, y'all wasn't at my game. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
But we did it. We had 4. We're a blended family, so when we met, our youngest were toddlers.
Wow.
So, yes, when we got together, I think they were like 2 and 3. So we have 3 girls and 1 boy. We grandparents now. We just had another grandbaby.
Congratulations.
His first grandson.
Oh, congrats.
yes, legacy building. But yeah, it was rough because we worked a lot. We were just like, I'm sure you all were, where it's like we want the absolute best for our kids. We want to give them way more, way better than what we had. And, we had to work really hard to do that. So we made it work. We made the blended family work, and, we just did it. There's no handbook with that parenting thing. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So I want to get into, talking about your businesses and everything that you guys got coming up. You have a lot going on, so we'll go one by one. Now, and I'm gonna go backwards because I know that's going to be coming up in a few weeks. So we'll go backwards. We'll save that one for last. That's the big one that I obviously said wrong. I pronounced it wrong. I didn't say it like Mike said. Mike had a French with it. He he had. I was like, well, what did I say?
Said it like you was from Violent.
Whatever.
Name on the block.
Yeah. I ain't even gonna try to say it. I'm just gonna say that. Let's talk about DEB.
No worries.
So we'll go backwards a little bit. So Sherell, last time you were here, you were talking about Pretty Moody and teaching us and everybody about menopause, and Eli even learned some things. That's
right.
Right.
Stuff I didn't know I needed to know.
Right. Exactly. So how is Pretty Moody doing, and what do you have coming up for Pretty Moody? We want to make sure we stay informed with that, especially us ladies.
Yes, thank you. Pretty Moody is doing good. It is just a work in progress every single day. Pretty Moody is actually like, I love all of our businesses, but because it's where I am in my life right now, like literally, like Pretty Moody is just like my love child right now. I am doing a menopause event in October, which is it's International Menopause Awareness Month, October. And there's a beautiful lady named Monica Washington. She does health focused events in the city of Chester. And last year she did one that was based around like mental health. And this year she is doing it around menopause. I want to say it was either mental health or maternal health. I'm sorry, but
okay.
So October, we're looking at October I believe it's the 15th, but the details will be out soon. And it's going to be an awesome event happening in the city of Chester. And also planning some retreats, working on trying to, get that going. So we get together, and as ladies, and bringing our partners with us too, because they are so much in denial about them and their own menopause, but we gotta bring them up to speed on our menopause too. So that's the goal, just that's it.
I thought about you the other day. I was watching, I know it was Gabrielle Union. She was on, I forgot what talk show it was, but they were talking, and I was like, oh man, she is really, really on to something, because now people, when you start to see, celebrities start talking about it on air in their shows and bringing it up, just like the whole with mental health. You know how long we've been waiting for mental health to be, normalized, right? And it's still a lot of work to do. Yeah. But now it's on every TV show that you listen to. Somebody's bringing up mental health, right? Yeah. So I'm now starting to see that with menopause. This was probably like the third show over the last 2 weeks. Someone's having conversations surrounding menopause. And I said, yep, okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's exciting. Did you have a question?
So now I was going to say, Sherell, I think about you every time I see my wife with that little fan around her neck. and holding the one in her hand, too. I'm like, you need both of them? Like the one around your neck, the headphone joint, and the one in your hand?
No,
so that's what I think about you, just so you know.
Your question should be, do you need another? Are you okay?
See, I'm learning. I just try to stay out of her way.
There you go.
There you go. You learned it then, bro.
Yes. You see how fast that happens, Shay? How they just jump in and just
exactly.
He feel my pain.
Listen, y'all bringing the pain too. Trust me. That's why we want to talk about that. That's another show.
Okay. Okay, for sure. So we have the update on Pretty Moody. So let's talk a little bit about the salon and the products. You guys got a lot of stuff going on over there. Yeah. And how long? Well, Sherell, you said 30 years for you, and Mike, how long you
50
been doing hair?
Like, no, I'm just
maybe 1 or 2 longer than her.
Okay. Wow.
She on one tonight. She with family. They with family. Listen.
But actually, the salon is
under Grace. Yeah.
10 or 11 years.
10
under Grace.
Yeah.
We're nestled in like a little shopping center off of 71. But we got like 4,000 square feet. It's a beautiful space.
Oh, wow.
We have a barber now. We have a nail tech.
Amazing service providers.
Excellent.
Nice.
Braid techs.
Braiders, yes.
And still growing.
Wow.
And we also have the products. We've been doing it so long that we know what works for the hair. And we just kind of get off adding value to other people's lives, and these products help add value. We got the best shea butter on the East Coast. So I don't think anybody has.
I was about to bring it up. I have to come get some. Let me tell you, I had me and Dr. Brown went to brunch the other weekend. And I don't know what brought up the shea butter. I don't know if she was like saying she was ashy or what, but she was just like, I use this shea butter from Sherell. And I said, what? She said, it's the best. It takes care of everything. And I'm like, okay. So
she has the CBD shea butter because she was having some knee pain or something.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm going to just give you that. Just try that. And she was like, girl, that thing worked. That's from the doctor, honey.
I heard that.
So
yes, I'm going to have to come get some.
We will definitely make sure that you both get some, because we have a men's line also.
Yeah.
With the CBD in it?
Well, we got the CBD is a standalone like shea butter. So you can get that. for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But we formulated the products in 2003. Michael is our master formulator behind the products. You want to tell them a little bit like how you got into that?
Well, yeah, I was working with a product company for, I don't know, it's almost 25 years now. And me and the owner, we kind of cool. And he's telling me what he uses in the products, where he cuts corners. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay. I wouldn't do that if I had my own. And then eventually I was like, you know what? We're going to get our own. And
Yeah.
I built most of it off of stuff that I know we're not supposed to use, and they keep using. And then it went on from there. It just we try to salvage the world for the best products on earth, and try to get them in and make something magical out of it. That's all.
Wow.
And
Nice.
thing, like we've been doing like the whole natural hair care thing, like I said, since like we started the product formulations in 2003. We just never looked at it like it was going to be like this whole big thing that it is like today. You know? And I think that if we did look at it like that back then, we would probably be like just everywhere right now. But we also, it was important for us not to have the integrity of our products changed. So we just was like, we just will keep making them myself. And that's what we're still doing to this day. I won't do it no more. We won't do that no more. We tired. We're menopausal.
Weird.
We are together.
Oh my gosh, that's right. This is a team.
That's right. Like we don't want to. Like we have a whole product kitchen built out, you know, and everything. But we're still doing it now. But we want to have them manufactured somewhere. The goal, we would love to be able to be homegrown right here, like keep everything right here in the state of Delaware.
Yeah.
Manufacture them, you know, distribute them, everything right from here.
Right.
Be able to add other people with small. What we kind of ran into is most manufacturers, they want 5,000 as an MOQ. You know what I'm saying? So they want us to order 5,000 shampoos, 5,000 conditioners, 5,000 hairsprays.
Of everything. We got like over 20 different products.
And we don't even have to for that. But for people like us that might need 500 runs or 1,000 low startups, we can do that for them too. So there's a lot of people looking for somewhere to go, and I think we can provide that space eventually.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal.
Nice. That's exciting.
That is dope.
Yeah, that's exciting. Mike, what can't you do? Because I'm gonna stop asking what all you do. What can't you do?
I'm so far ahead of my time. I'm about to start another life. No, I just, you know what? It's I'm a dreamer.
He can't close the cabinet back. He can't remember what I told him to do. But he's a master at everything else. A master.
Sounds like a man to me.
I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
I feel your pain, brother.
Yes.
So I have a question though. This is for Mike in particular. So Mike, how did you get into like hair care and doing hair? Like how did you gain the love of that? Were you a barber at some point and you transitioned? Like how did you get here?
You know what? A lot of people in my family actually like to take credit for turning me into a hairstylist. and really, after college, I went to Del State, graduated. Really militant. Fell into the Dr. Kenyatta, and he was like Malcolm X. I think he had married Malcolm X's daughter, if I'm not mistaken. So
wow.
Okay.
we were heavily into not anti-white but pro-black. But
Mm-hmm.
we didn't like we could sniff out racism.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Maybe too much. So I started working at the Franklin Mint with my mom, and I got into a discussion with one of the bosses and ended up getting fired. I called her Neanderthal. Uh, it just wasn't my world. But at the same time, we were trying to model. If you remember, it was like in Wilmington, it used to be called Barbizon. I don't even know if it's still out.
Yes,
I remember that.
Barbizon.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
remember that.
We were at these Salem. Me and my boys was at this hair. They sent us to a hair show. It's at the Civic, I think the Civic Center on the water in Philly, and we were doing Salem Light cigarettes in these booths with the T-shirt on, handing out little 5-packs of cigarettes, and it was only a little bit of guys in this place, and thousands of women, and I was like, yo, this is kind of nice. But then I kind of went through the show, and it was these guys. It was called Barry Fletcher and the Hair Gangsters. These brothers was on stage doing hair. They're from Maryland, and they were killing it. I was like, I can do that. I really can do that. And then I signed up for school kind of like, I think it was like the next week or week after.
Oh, wow.
It just took off from there. I just love being around in that space where I can create and make people feel beautiful. And that was it. It took me all over the world too. I kind of love what I do. Yeah.
That's good.
So when you first told the fellows, yeah, I'm going to go get my license to do hair, what was the reaction?
Well, see, I'm a Kappa too, right? So it was crazy because I cut hair. And when they were saying, okay, so you went to college and now you want to be a hair stylist. Yeah, okay. Nobody took me serious until they started coming to the salon. And then they started seeing a bunch of women. So then they started wanting to sit around. They were I see what you're doing, son. I see what you're doing. Okay. So that's pretty much what it was. But I stopped everybody from coming. Nobody's allowed to come to the salon and sit down. And I would stop cutting hair. So it was just like that. They still kind of sneak in every once in a while, but yeah, that's what happened.
That's funny. So I also want to talk about because we both had the opportunity to work with your father, Mike, and we always get shaky voice, teary-eyed when we talk about him because he was such a like I said, I said this story at our Rebirth meetup that we did a couple weeks ago, and you brought him up? Yeah, he was telling the story about when I first started at the Brandywine program, and it was because of your dad that encouraged me to stay on and to really realize that I can still be a mom, a great mom, and still have a career. So you have a foundation, and I want you to talk a little bit about the Mike Flagg Senior Foundation.
The Mike Flagg Senior Foundation, it came into fruition almost when I had who I wasn't. He used to bring these kids in to the salon, and they wasn't regular kids. These jokers had stories. But he was making so much an hour, right, that he could have 3 or 4 of them. And he was supposed to be taking them to the movies and stuff like that, but he was bringing them to the salon and having them work for free. Okay, but he had a connection with them. And he had, like you guys called him on the helper inside. He had he had to get to that point. And
Mhm.
that point, the other side, I know you heard some of the stories, but you
Yeah.
couldn't imagine. Okay, imagine how bad he was. He
Mhm.
was Michael Flagg, and I don't know. His father would tell stories. My grandma would tell stories, and this is when he's like 5 or 6.
Oh
He said,
wow.
"You had to burn down the school." But when my mom kind of separated us because he started getting too in his thing,
Yeah.
so he had to learn that. And while he was learning that in prison, she kind of got me another stepfather, so I drifted away. But I was actually doing hair. I still kept tabs on him.
Mhm.
And one of my cousins, she was like, "Yo, have you heard your dad talk?" And I was way into Louis Farrakhan, Malcolm X. I'm there, right? So I'm like, no, I haven't. And they're like, no. You probably need to hear him talk, because he was speaking at all the AA meetings going around the country. So she bought me in a couple tapes, and I was like, okay, that is his story. He's not telling no lie. Like, because I remember all the stuff. And I used to admire him. Don't get it twisted. He was like my hero. He actually was in the ring when Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali.
Oh, wow.
I know that story.
Yeah. So he all that, it was Butch Lewis,
Uh-huh.
Spinks. That was all real. But he fell. He got back up, and then I really didn't know what kind of impact he had, because we became more friends instead of father and son.
Mhm.
It just happened like that, because he didn't have anything to give, as far as I thought. He didn't have anything to give as far as fatherhood, because he had been in jail or
Right.
out on the streets. So my mind had shut that part off, but we can be cool. I didn't really know how important he was to people till after he passed, because then I'm going somewhere and they say, "Michael Flagg's your dad?" Oh shit, man, he saved my son.
Wow.
I had another guy last year. He's like,
Take your time, man. It's all right.
Yeah.
Your dad was a powerful brother, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He was.
yeah. So he
Yeah.
came back to this line. We got back together, and then we was cool. We got
was working there.
yeah. He
was
came.
really
He
down
actually
to
we had this line together, and we were still fighting though. But yeah, it was just so many people that showed me how he saved them, or saved
Yeah.
their son, or saved them. They was about to go sell some drugs, and he grabbed them up and cussed them out, or
Yep.
he was that dude. You know what I'm saying? He's still real respected on these streets, and it was just like,
Right.
whoa.
Yeah.
So I had a guest who's a teacher, and she had asked me to come speak to some of her bad kids up in Philly. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna find a dream speech. I got a couple speeches, ready.
Right.
I'm off the cuff. But these kids didn't know their father. Some had got sold in the sex game. Some didn't have a front door. Some it was like, yo, what I'm gonna tell these kids? Because I don't go back to the dungeon with them. I'm gonna go home in my truck and rest in peace.
Yeah.
I realized those kids right there, those are the kids my father talked to.
Yep.
I could talk to high school students getting to graduate from college, or get to the next level, or get your focus and up. Those kids have to connect with somebody who were like them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was excellent for that. So that's why we had the foundation so we can help the people who taught or connected with those type of people.
Keep that
Right.
legacy
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Keep that legacy.
'Cause I can't do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Nah, I learned a lot from your father, man. He was great to be around. He shared so many of those stories from Chester to the boxing. He gave it all to me, man. And he told it in such a comedic way. It wasn't like
Yes.
tragic. Like he would have you cracking up.
Oh,
Yes.
so animated.
Listen, the first time when Shay started, this is a story I told last week or 2 weeks ago. He was in the office and I was out in the field. I came into the office. He said, "Hey, come here. I thought something was wrong. And we all affectionately called him MF. I was like, MF, what's up, man? And he was like, man, it's a bird motherfucker working here now.
Oh my God.
That sounds just like him too. That sounds just like him.
Yo, I was around him all the time. Every day it was me and Mike. He said, it's a bird motherfucker working here.
That's exactly how it sounds too. Yep.
That was my dude, man. Oh my God.
So that was my introduction. That's how.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess the best parts of him. So I loved him.
Yeah.
We were tight. We talked all the time, and truly, truly, truly miss him. And it's just an honor to be able to carry on, his legacy. So yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely. Wow. Well, thank you for taking that moment to share that time, that special time to talk about him, because he was special for Eli and I. And like I said, especially for myself, just coming in, and I was young and didn't, I was just like, feeling guilty that I was, coming back to work and leaving my babies. But he was like my work dad, he made sure that I was good and checked in with me. And that meant a lot, for me. So yeah. So that's why So that's when I met you, Sherell. I was like, I gotta tell you, I worked with you. Yeah.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Thank you for sharing. Thank both of you for sharing, and just knowing that y'all had like that connection. It's just it's really special. Like really.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And he would cuss me out if I was crying on TV. So if y'all want to erase that shit, I'm gonna do my best. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? I won't hold it against you.
You was having a hot flash because y'all menopausing, right? That's what it was.
That andropause. Look, he had a hot flash and got emotional. All right.
So you guys got a huge event coming up, and I definitely I saved that part for last because it's coming up, and I want to give you guys time to really talk about it. I want to know how you started it here in Wilmington, but I refuse to say the name because I'm gonna mess it up. The way Mike said it, I'm not gonna say it that way. Let me say it and then I'll repeat it.
Dîner en Blanc, Wilmington, Dîner en Blanc.
Wilmington, Dîner en Blanc.
Les Dîner en Blanc, Wilmington. Or Wilmington.
Les Dîner en Blanc, Wilmington.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that simply means the dinner in white Wilmington.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. But when I said it, when I was introducing it, I said Le Dîner en Blanc.
You left out the Dîner, Le Dîner.
Yeah, I said, yeah. So, but thank you for the correction. So so let's talk about that a little bit. I know you have questions, Eli.
Yeah, I just want to be down. But anyway, but we can get to that. How did you guys? When did this begin, and what was the motivation behind it?
Wow. So I'm usually the one jumping into stuff and then telling my wife after we got a new job. But it was like 7 years ago. Wilmington was like, they was almost calling it the murder capital of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right after Camden, they were about to. I think Jada Pinkett and them was about to make a TV show down here.
Yeah,
It was a lot of gang wars, and I was close to the captain. She's actually a volunteer for Dîner Blanc, a police down in Wilmington, and she was just telling me stories, and I was like, "Yo, this is getting crazy." But out of the corner of my eye, I see a fine dining event that takes the city's architecture and uses it as the background, and it promotes friends, meeting new friends, deals being made that night, all types of people get together and with no problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
I seen it in Philadelphia. They had it in Baltimore. They had it in DC. And I said, uh-oh, he skipped us. They skipped us. So I called in to the organization, wrote into the organization, and I was like, y'all skipped us. And we need something to make the city kind of look like look a little better. And that's when Joe Biden was vice president.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrote back, okay, here go the application. Let's see what you got. But what I did was I cheated. Sherell had been close friends with Ashley Biden.
Okay.
And
resources. Use your resources.
It didn't matter if they was close
For
friends
the
or not,
record.
but I sure said they was good friends in the application, and it worked. All of it worked for the good of us. And they offered a one-shot kind of deal to see exactly if we can kind of pull it off, because most people think we're just hairstylists.
Right.
And that's usually where they, like, if they just look a little bit deeper, we're hustlers. We just happen to know how to do hair pretty much. So we've given festivals before. We've given events. We've had white parties.
But you missed the whole beginning part though. So I just want to add this to it so y'all can get the full part of how it got started in the beginning. So it was 2007. And I remember we were at work together at the salon, and he said, "Babe, they got this amazing white event. It's like a fine dining experience. Have you ever heard of it?" And I was like, "No." And he said, "Well, they doing it in Philly and New York and da da da." So he showed it to me. So I was like, "Oh, that's dope." So then he was like, "Yeah, like Wilmington needs something like that." I was like, "Yeah, that would be dope." Some time goes by. And we at work again, like maybe 2 months later, together, because we work together. And he goes, "Babe, our application got approved." Oh, and I'm like,
wow.
"Oh, that's what's up. What application?" Remember?
Wow.
I was pronouncing it like you back then, Shay. the Blanca thing, that y'all.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, "They approved our application. Now they gotta vet us." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, I put in the application for it." And that's how it got to. Now we get vetted.
Yeah.
We vetted this for about 2 or 3 months. The organization is they're like, it's a franchise. So they want to make sure if we let you in, you're going to do everything that you're supposed to do to represent the brand.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and then he had to convince them, because Wilmington is so close to Philly that they were, Philly didn't really want us doing it. Because they were like, no, they're like right down the street. But we were like, Wilmington is not Philly.
Nope.
And
no.
Right.
It's completely different. And that's what we're trying to highlight.
Right.
Here. And he won.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Wow.
That is awesome. That is awesome. And it's so pretty when you see,
Yeah.
you see everybody and they're all white and it just looks so like
Yeah. It looks
peaceful
dope.
and
Yeah.
love and all of that. Yeah.
As my uncle would say, what do me and my old lady got to do to be there?
You already on the list. I just haven't got your email yet.
My man.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
I told Shay if I don't get no invite, I'm gonna start late dinner in Noir.
Well, somebody else already tried that. Yeah, they've been trying to get that through for a little bit now. Still haven't.
Oh,
had
get
that
out of
much
here!
luck. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Wilmington, in here.
Well, actually, in Philly,
Right outside of like Chatsford area, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's
That's
actually
perfect.
been a lot of white events pop up
Mm-hmm.
and try to
mimic.
it,
Yeah.
but it's so much of a system. It would be hard to kind of try to duplicate it because it's not a white party. It's a fine dining event that turns into a party.
Yes.
And every city has a different characteristic. I think that we're the only city that gets it in like we get it in. I would say that.
Okay. I look forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some Haiti. Haiti goes hard. I've seen Jamaica go hard, but Wilmington, nobody. I don't think nobody.
And it's all over the world. We're in over 40 countries now, over 100 cities all over the world.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, have you guys visit another place like outside of the United States doing there? I still can't.
Or
say
even
that.
another city, their dinner in
Yeah.
Blanc. Have you?
No,
So
every year we say we want to go, but
yeah, what happens like especially with Philly, and I think they might be like 11 years old now.
Theirs is Thursday actually.
They usually have it on like a Thursday. Back in when they first started, they used to do it during the week so you can go to work and tell your friends about how great the night was and everything. We tried to do it on a Friday. The first year, and we shut the city down. So I don't want schools, banks, stores to be like all my staff. It wasn't even paying attention. They're trying to get to Dîner Blanc because we'll get blamed for it. So what we did was we make it on Saturday so everybody can rest Friday night, get your stuff together, and be ready Saturday morning. So I don't want you to try to work and then be thinking about it all day and try to get there after work because it just won't be good for the city. Nobody get their work done. I definitely wants to travel to other cities to visit and do a Dîner Blanc. But I know Philly's has theirs on a Thursday night, and we work.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night would be almost impossible to try to work and then try to attend. So,
but I'm gonna find some that I really want to go to, and if I have to take off. I do want to experience like the other side of it, you know. You don't get to really enjoy all of the offerings that happen at Dîner Blanc Wilmington because we're making sure that the event is going well. So we have not to date, this will be year 6. We have not ever sat down and ate dinner.
Wow.
Wow. I get it though.
You know, but
this year.
We're so wrapped up in just, you know, making sure the event is going well for everyone to where we just be like, we'll eat later. So, but I do want to get to see other Dîner Blancs.
We actually have a couple volunteers that are going to.
It's a lot. Some are going to Savannah. Which is in October. Mm-hmm. And ours is Saturday, September the 14th.
Yes. Yep.
It's right around the corner.
It's the weekend of my birthday. I'm the 16th. My birthday's the 16th.
All
Yes, it
right.
is.
Yeah. So how what and I know there's because people need to come in and experience for themselves to really get the full effect of everything. But if someone's never been, they've never gone before, what would be the reason for them to go and experience this?
Oh man, it's actually a couple different things for a lot of different people.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, there's a lot of rules. That kind of wipes out a lot of the riffraff. If you're not going to follow the rules at the beginning, if you don't have, if you're not vested, like by the time you get your clothes, by the time you cook, by the time you get your table decor, you are going to this event to have a good time.
Right.
And we show off. I mean, I've seen other people, but when we get together and dress up, we do it spectacularly. The table decor, they break out their china. I seen Versace glasses. Last year, we did a dragon theme, and somebody had a dragon.
Smoke coming out their mouth, lit
Yeah,
up.
it was
Wow.
So,
They actually won the best table contest. They got 2 round trip Avello airline tickets.
Wow.
Nice.
So if your thing is group, if you want to be around a lot of people, this is an amazing experience. Friends meeting new friends that they didn't even know, family members meeting family members that they haven't seen in years. We've had people get engaged. We have at least 4 couples that have got engaged that are married now. We're gonna try to keep them married. We have if you want to be spectacular by yourself, we have like a lot of photo activations where
You can be by yourself.
No. Like if you want to be the star of the show, this is like if you want to be grouped, you can be grouped up. You can be the star of the show because we have a lot of activations that so many avenues to take your picture and put yourself up there to make yourself look pretty. They do it all night long. And then if it's about music, we have a wonderful band. If it's about dancing, you dance. If you just feel like sitting at your table with you and your date, they do that. So it's a lot of different avenues to take, but it's one of the best experiences that you can ever make. We make it a safe place where you can come for one night, and it's almost like a dream. And then you wake up. I see that.
That was a perfect example. Was when you're looking at it. I've never gone. I've never had the opportunity to go, but when I see everything being played back, I'm like, wow. And it does. That's a perfect word for it. It's a dream. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's exciting.
I'm ready.
Yes.
I just sat here and ordered my outfit online while y'all was talking.
That's what I'm talking about. And the other plug I want to add too, like we really get to stimulate our local economy. We partner, we collaborate with local businesses. They get to benefit from our guests patronizing their businesses. Some we team up with as collaborators, and they might offer some type of product or service for the event, and they get highlighted that way. And it's great because it's not like they're just going in front of Dîner on Blanc Wilmington. They're going in front of all the Dîner on Blancs. So when we post, it's like we're a family, like everybody, all the other ones see us too. So it's a great thing, like all the way around.
And you might think most of our patrons are from Wilmington. It's just not the case. We get a lot of people from DC. We get a lot of people from Baltimore.
Wow.
A lot of people from Philadelphia, Atlantic City.
Come from out of the country too.
Yeah, of Canada.
Oh, wow.
And one year, a lot of people because Wilmington is Wilmington, North Carolina. Also,
Yeah.
the people from Wilmington, North Carolina were like,
Right.
"Yo, I got my tickets. I thought it was from North Carolina,
Oh,
but I'm on my way.
They
Tell me
still
where
come.
the hotel at, because I'm not gonna miss this." But
They still came.
yeah, not
Yes.
only do we collaborate, we stay at the hotels benefit that night because people come into the city. The restaurant,
right.
the grocery stores, the clothing
Yeah.
stores. It's just
Yeah.
All the way around.
we this is a small stimulus when we do this to the city
Mhm.
for that weekend. And we like to just thank the city because they cooperate really. Man, we couldn't do it without the city.
Support, the
Yeah.
city of Wilmington, support from the mayor's office. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yes, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. His chief of staff, like the whole team at the mayor's office, like shout out because they definitely have supported us from the beginning. And you know, we of course could not do this without the support of the city of Wilmington
And the guests that come in.
and the guests that come in. For sure.
Yeah. That's awesome, guys. Well, congratulations, September 14th.
Yes.
I don't even know if is it too late for people to try to get involved right now, or like how does that even work for people that are watching? That might be putting things in the chat right now.
So they can actually go to our website. It's wilmington.dinerblanc.com. And you can actually sign up. All the phases are open now. So if they go to register for the fan list, which is phase 3, they can go in and purchase their tickets to the event. So you can still get your tickets to come to this event, but you gotta go onto the website. It's wilmington.dinerblanc.com. Get on that list and get your tickets.
And we're doing a little something different that we haven't done before. We are doing
after party.
Usually we have, because of the noise ordinance, we stop at 10. And people just like, what am I going to do next?
Right.
We've been presented an opportunity. This guy wants to do a party for us at the Chase Fieldhouse that night. It's documented. A couple other DJs. So we're going to turn it out. We're going to keep it moving after the event. And supposed to be kind of
Okay. It is nice.
I'm sleeping all day Sunday.
That's right.
I already know it. Sunday.
Well, we don't get to sleep in on Sunday after the event, but definitely you're gonna need to sleep in. Definitely.
And just so we're clear, the after party is they can they will purchase their tickets separate, right? From.
So what happens once you register and you get your ticket, you'll have the opportunity to visit the e-store online. And within our e-store, you can purchase your meal, your champagne. It's a champagne and wine only event. You can purchase your champagne. You can purchase your desserts. We have Cafe Gelatos, our main caterer. Lux Charcuterie has amazing charcuterie boxes. Chloe Wine, our wine sponsor. You can even grab a pretty moody white fan on the e-store. But you can most certainly get your after party tickets on the e-store too. And for people that are not coming to the event, we're going to have a separate link soon available where they can just purchase after party tickets separately.
Okay.
All
right. Wow. Very exciting. And we'll make sure we put all of that also in the chat so people have that information.
Absolutely.
Wow, guys. Thank you. This has been fun.
Yes,
this has really been
so
fun.
much.
You guys are I'm telling you guys are an amazing couple. Keep doing it. I always have to ask everybody that come on because I feel this is important. This is big. And Sherell, you and I talked about this. But as a couple, how do you guys practice self-care?
Together. What?
Y'all like, what is that?
Like together or separately?
I mean,
However you do it.
However you, I don't even know where this
Go first.
question going at now.
You can go first with your self-care.
Oh man, it's well, recently we've decided that we were going to go to counseling.
Okay.
And we're still looking for the perfect counseling partners, but I actually think I found them. But for me, is what I'm trying to learn how to do is more prioritize my time. That's my new thing.
Mm-hmm.
And meditation and a little hypnosis in there too. But I found that if I used to just like hate writing stuff down. I got ADD because it seemed like the tasks build up. But if I can focus and prioritize what I need to get done to make this money, just change the meaning of it, I think I can stay on track a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I've actually. All right. So what I did learn from my dad is we have an addictive personality or addictive tendencies. So I have to be real particular on what I indulge in. So golf was one of those things that I tried to not do when I was younger, because once you start it, and if you have an addictive tendency, you're going to want to learn. It doesn't leave your mind, because golf isn't a sport where you play with others. You're by yourself, and you got to get better, and you're never going to be great. I already know I'm never going to be great. The journey is amazing. And if you're not careful, it'll just take up. You'll just be thinking about golf 24/7, and that's just, I need to make this money so I can think about it 24/7.
Right. There you go.
Right now,
I second that. The whole therapy thing, I have a view of therapy as being not something that you just go and run to when you feel something is wrong, but to have it as, a tool in your toolbox, so that you can constantly rely on it, so that you're not just exploding when something is wrong, like trying to fix something. So I look at therapy as that I love therapy. I think it's a great, tool to have for self-care, period. I also have been really just standing in my true self lately, like just learning like me now, like who I am, this woman I am now, and what she really needs. Because like Michael said, when we was talking in the beginning, when we first came on, it's completely different. Like my needs for myself now is different from what they were even a year ago or 2 years ago, So just trying to tap more into that and making sure that, I'm owning up to my responsibility of my happiness, because it's nobody else's responsibility but my own.
That's true.
Right.
Amen.
So, and that comes with saying no. I'm not doing that no more. Nope. I'm done with. Nope. I can't. Nope. I will not. And being okay with that, because I find too, when you get to that place and you realize that you have to say no to something so you can say yes to the things that matter to you, pushback comes with that. But just really standing in that and balancing that also, to where I'm just not like, no, I'm not doing this, or no, I'm not doing that, but finding some balance in that. And I love crabbing. Michael touched on that earlier. Okay. It was something that I used to do with my children when they were like really young. And it was just that bonding, that connection, that, just being separated from the outside world, really, and just having that moment in that space. And I recently started doing it again. I was like, I really want to get back to this. Like, I love it. And I go out there and I just zone out. I'm in my own world. Like he be like, "You when you coming home?" I be like, "I'm out here fetching us something to eat, baby."
Fishing.
But listen, my mental health, like it is such a soothing thing for my mental health.
Wow.
And anything that does that for me these days, I'm going to yield more to that.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's good. Well, I'm glad to hear not only are you looking to do counseling together, and like you said, it should be a part of a lifestyle, right? So just like we go to our doctors to get checkups and our medical doctors, we should be doing that too when it comes down to our mental health. So that's good that you guys
Absolutely.
agree to do that. And it's also good that you also have your separate things that you can do for yourselves as individuals that's going to refreshen you and bring you back together even stronger, right? So that's good, guys. It's been I love you both. It's been really awesome talking to you and just hearing your background, your story. It's encouraging, it's inspiring. It's love, it's Black love, it's what communication looks like. It's
Right.
what I mean, it's just I can just go on and on. And I just really appreciate your time and
Yes.
just the opportunity to even be able to talk and
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
And Mike, man, nice meeting you, man. I had met
Yeah.
your wife before, but nice meeting you, bro. And I look forward to seeing you guys again. Thank you so much.
I can't wait.
Yes, this was amazing. Thank you both so much.
Yeah.
Love
You're
y'all.
welcome.
Thank you.
See you later.
All right.
You're
Good
welcome.
night.
See you soon. Good night. Wow, that was an awesome interview.
Yes.
They're a lovely couple. I know we went over time tonight, but it was well worth it. We got a
Absolutely.
lot of information.
And I'm going to lay Dîner in Blanc.
Le Dîner,
Le
Le Dîner
in
and Blanc.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like I should have Le Dîner and
You need a
Blanc.
long secret with a long That's what
All
you
right,
do. Say it
guys.
again.
Wait a minute. Down.
Le Dîner.
Le Dîner. Le Dîner.
Le Dîner.
Le Dîner.
Dinner.
In Blanc. Le
In Blanc.
Dîner. In Blanc.
Le Dîner. Le Dîner. Le Dîner.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for rocking out with us. Don't forget, if you have not done so already, go to rebirthu.com and get your tickets October 26th. Listen, some of the people that you have been seeing across our screen lately will be
Be in the
there.
building.
So we got some surprise panelists coming up, and we are very excited about it. So if you have not gotten your ticket, get your ticket. Up until August 20th, the tickets are 15% off. After that, they will be going back regular price. The code to get your discount is LIVE, LIVE. Put it in the coupon code and you'll get 15% off your Rebirth Live and Uncut ticket. All right, guys, have a great rest of the week. Until next Monday.
God bless you. See you then.
Peace.